Hi, welcome back to Missing Chemistry. This is SI Unit Significant Figures Introduction Lesson. There are 5 rules to significant figures. Let's look at all the rules. First of all, rule number 1. Rule number 1 says that all non-zero numbers are significant. So if you look at this number, there are no zeros in it, so they're all significant. This one is also all significant. So all non-zeros, regardless of the size of the number, those numbers are significant, and that they count. Rule number 2, all zeros between non-zero numbers are significant. If you look here, you'll see there are 2 zeros between the 2 ones, okay? So those zeros are significant. Here you see the 0 here and the 0 here. These zeros are significant because they're between non-zero numbers. Look at the 0 on this one right here. It's between the 7 and 8, so that makes it significant. The zeros here, look at the 0 here, and look at the 0 here, and this 0 here. All these zeros are significant because they're between non-zero numbers. And if you look at these zeros here, okay, see all these zeros right here? All these zeros are between non-zero numbers, like the 4 and the 1 right here. So all those numbers are significant. All zeros in front of a non-zero number are not significant. So the only significant digit that we have here is the 9. These zeros are in front of the 9, therefore they're not significant. In this one, we have 2 significant figures here because the 7 and the 1 are significant, but all the zeros in front of the non-zero number are not significant. In this one, we have 1 significant figure. All the zeros in front of that non-zero number are not significant. And here we have 1 significant figure. All these zeros in front of the non-zero number are not significant. Okay, let's look at rule number 4. All zeros to the right of a non-zero captured by a decimal are significant. So here's the decimal, right? These zeros right here are captured by that decimal, so it counts. And this number, here's the decimal again, and these zeros are captured by that decimal, so they count. And in this number, you've got the decimal right here, and these zeros are captured. Here you have the decimal also here, and this 0 is captured. So all captured zeros are significant. Okay, and last rule, all zeros to the right of a non-zero number not captured by a decimal are not significant. So in this case, only the 3 is significant because there's no decimal on the end of that number. In this case, the 2 and the 5, they are significant, but that 0 on the end is not captured by a decimal, therefore it's not significant. And this number here, the number 1 is significant, but the 0 is not because it's not captured by a decimal. Remember, captured by a decimal means that you have a non-zero number, then you have a decimal, then you have the zeros trailing that decimal. So those are captured zeros. But in this case, there are no decimals in any of these numbers. The only number that's significant is the 1 in this number. Those 2 zeros are not significant. And this 0 that's on the end of this number is not significant because the 1, 2, 3, and 4 do not capture that 0, number 1. And 2, there's no decimal after the 0 to capture it. Well, that's it for this lesson, guys. You be snarly, and we'll see you back here at Missing Chemistry.